Yeah. Okay. Okay. And other thing about working on the abdomen in particular, you want to have your hands warm if possible. So I know some people have a problem with that, and they have different strategies for addressing that. Like before they go see the patient, they'll use warm water to wash their hands or something, or you know, you can warm them here, you know. But I really do think that for the hands, it's a lot about like relaxation. I mean, that's my theory anyway. And if you're able to relax like the shoulders and everything, the circulation is better and the hands are warmer. So in any case, try to do whatever you need to generate some natural warmth with the hands. Okay, this is more about like diagnosis or other things, but it's a good practice to instead of directly contacting the patient, it's good to just kind of feel the area above the abdomen. For diagnostic purposes, sometimes do this because you can kind of detect some temperature differences as you pass from, like, you know, especially as you pass over like lower jowl area as opposed to the middle or upper jowl. Sometimes you can feel like it almost feels like a draft or something like that. But cold lower jowl is supposed to be like, you know, kidney deficiency or something. But once we make contact, and right now I'm contacting more like this area just below the sternum. Yeah. Okay. First we do our rubbing, and it's done in a circular direction. You go. Okay. When I was taught the most of the time you do this clockwise, but if the patient has like I don't know, diarrhea, then you would go in the other direction, because going in a clockwise direction is supposed to be in alignment or going in the same direction as the natural intestinal flow. And if there's too much flow, then you want to actually go in reverse. Okay? But first, it's good to start off with one hand, whichever hand you prefer, usually your dominant hand, and you can add in the other hand. Okay, to follow. But just try to cover the whole abdomen. There is another form of, they call this rubbing, but it's actually more a form of kneading. And I just put my hands like this, and I'm just circling around the edges this way. It's like tight round rubbing. It's not really rubbing because I'm actually, you know, putting a little bit of pressure around the circumference of my hands. All right. And after that, okay, we can start off. Oh, okay. Let me show you an alternate way of rubbing. Okay. This is like a diamond rubbing. When you look at this picture, you know, it does look kind of like a diamond or a hexagon, but with like a diamond with its corners cut off. So this other form of rubbing kind of is more of a diamond orientation. So to do this, we start off with the hands in this gasho or prayer position, and we go down just like we're gonna chop right into the sternum or something like that. But as soon as we make contact, we separate and we rub like right below the ribs, this way up. And then you come down, and as we lift off, we're just trying to follow the upper edge of the ilium or the hips, and we just come off like this. So when you do it all together, slight chop, separate. Okay. And you can do this very lightly, or you later on you can actually add more of a pull to it, or add more pressure to it, especially when you are lifting off. You can kind of lift off instead of just staying on the surface. But that's another form of rubbing. All right, going on, I'm gonna just put just contact first Ren 17. So this is on the nipple line, okay? And for this, you know, you can just make a very light contact. Your objective is not really to press. Some people, what they like to do is they contact the point and they try to feel the pulse rise up to the point. Okay. And at the same time, I can go to Ren 12, which is midway between the sternocostal angle and umbilicus here. Again, I'm not going to put any real pressure down. Just want to contact the point. And then I can move to Ren 4. Okay, so 1 hand's breadth below the umbilicus. Okay, so after I just do that with the 3 individual points, I'm going to actually connect them. You don't have to start at Ren 17. You can start on the abdomen formal. So below the sternocostal angle. And now I'm going to put a little bit of pressure and add like a kneading motion to this. And you know, again, because we're working on the abdomen, we don't want to be we want to be as anti-penetrative as possible, at least for these techniques. So when I do this, I actually keep my hand pretty flat. I have a lot of surface area contacting, and I keep my thumb pretty flat, and I'm just you know, putting slight pressure through my thumb and doing a kneading technique. I can move on down the Ren channel. If you don't want to use your thumbs, you can use like the pads of the fingers. But again, try to, whatever you use, try to stay relatively flat. Okay. And then I'm going to move on to the kidney channel. So kidney channel is like, on the abdomen anyway, it's half a cun lateral to the midline. So very small distance. I'm going to just work on the abdomen formal. And for this, kidney and stomach channels are bilateral. I mean, you have kidney channel on this side and on this side. So to work on both of them, I'm just gonna do kind of a rocking technique. I'm gonna alternate between using my thumbs to press on the kidney channel on one side and then coming around and working on the kidney channel on the other side. So, and just like this. So it's very slight, but